Hey, it's January the 7th or the 8th, 2019, and y'all wanted to holler at you real quick while I have a little bit of time. Y'all, if you've been keeping up with the Parkland thing, you know, every once in a while you might pop up on Google and, and see the gibberish that they're sharing about it. And I know a lot of people who probably do that. All right. So recently it's come up, you know, people were taking a look at the reports. They were thinking things over. We're talking about committees. And I think the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas Safety Commission, I think from what I understand, they came to the conclusion that maybe some of these teachers should be armed. Right? And then you've seen at least one of the guys involved in the situation, he got real mad. He said, "Oh, teachers shouldn't be armed. Y'all are doing the wrong thing," and blah, blah, blah. And he wants to complain all the time. And then I saw another person involved in a situation, one of the fathers, and he got mad at a sheriff for being on NRA TV. Got mad at him, said, "You can't have this. We can't have guns." Ah! And so they get angry, and you might have seen that take place. I want to talk about that real quick, the idea of arming teachers. Do I think it's a good idea to give teachers guns and, you know, expect them to save the day? Not really. All right, especially certain teachers. I imagine only certain teachers will have the nerve to carry a gun. All right, and those people probably should be trusted with guns for the most part. I'm not an expert, but I did want to talk about it because, look here, y'all, the commission and everybody else, they figured out that neither Marjorie Stoneman Douglas or Broward County in particular had any dang clue of what to do during the school shooting. I mean, this is obvious. Faculty, students didn't know. Everybody didn't know. Nobody knew. All right. Not only that, as you recall, there was all sort of rumors to the point where every last student on that campus basically thought it was a drill. It was all rumors. It was all conjecture and stuff. People didn't know what was going on at all. All right. And they were talking about having drills, all right, surprise drills that they weren't even going to tell nobody about. When it was going to happen, they were going to have surprise drills, all right? So what I wanted to point out is if it is the case that certain teachers are going to be armed on campus, what you'll have to note is it'll be completely impossible to have such a cluster F as this to where nobody knows when the drill is going to happen or what to do during the drill. It wouldn't even be possible because if you have armed teachers, you better let everybody know exactly what's happening that day. All right, there won't be no fire drills, there won't be no shooter drills, there won't be any kind of drills without everybody knowing about it. Why? Because some of the teachers are armed and they might get spooked and they might start shooting. You understand? So if you have armed teachers, you cannot have a very confusing drill in which people may or may not allegedly die. All right. So I see that as a good thing. It's kind of indirectly a good thing. I know a lot of people probably don't even understand that, but it will solve a little bit of a problem we got going over there in Broward and all over the nation. Before I want to get out of here, I got to let you know that I've been doing some research and stuff. I got to do some work for work today, online and things of that nature, and it's going to take a lot of time. So I may or may not put a video up today, but just to let you know, I'm doing some research on a guy in particular. Now, I want to get around to doing Scotty Israel and exposing the crap out of him. That's what I want to do. But I also am a little bit sidetracked. I've been focusing on Nez4r, if y'all know who I'm talking about. That would be the extra Muslim deputy over there in Broward County. Has been there for years. All right. I've been doing a little research on Nez4r, and I got to let you know, it's just a gut instinct that I feel like I should look into him, especially because he's laying low these days. It's just a gut instinct that I should look into, but I did a little bit of diving already. And of course, I'm going to make a little expose about that. But I do have to let you know that allegedly I'm finding some crazy things about Nez4r. All right, I've already found crazy things, and I'm fixing to find more. Like, for example, allegedly, Nez4r has a cousin, right? I forget what his name, Abu Malek. He's hard to find on the dang internet. Apparently, his cousin done married Nez4r's daughter. All right, that happens in America, just so that you know. All right, and that might be just alleged. I don't know if that's true, but that's word around the internet. Is that Nez4r's little daughter, and it's neither here nor there, but it just gives you a little bit of an insight on what's going on. Nez4r's daughter is actually married to Nez4r's cousin, from what I understand. Could be wrong about that. You might have seen Nez4r's little daughter, her name's Sana, because of this whole military thing in which she's forcing the military to change due to her Muslim ways. All right, and that might be just all right for everybody. None of that makes any sense to me at all. But you got that, and then you got Nez4r's other cousin. I forget what his other cousin's name is. Abdubalek or some Abdubalek or something like that. And that particular cousin actually dragged a lady behind his van for miles. I think he killed her or something like that. Either that or he hurt her in very intense ways. Dragged her behind his van for miles and miles. This was years ago. And then he went to prison for it, obviously. But another interesting thing to note about that particular cousin is he wound up getting a $70,000 settlement out of the people who are imprisoning him for being like rough to him or something like that. There's a whole situation. They wound up paying him about $70,000. Whenever it had anything to do with his cousin Nez4r and those connections to Care, Florida. I wonder if it had anything to do with that. There's all sort of crazy things surrounding Nez4r. All sort of crazy things. Nez4r has been photographed with publicly convicted pedophiles. All right, it's all over the place. Nez4r has been photographed with the father of the person doing that whole New Mexico shooter training little deal where they had a whole, what is it? They had like a compound with tires around it, and it was terrorism, and they were teaching little kids to shoot up schools and everything else, and they were they were having exorcism of little kids, and little kids actually wound up dying. All sort of details. There's so much surrounding Nez4r that he might get his own expose. All right, anyways, that's just a brief update about what's going on, just to let you know there may be a video tonight, maybe tomorrow. But either way, I appreciate y'all. I'll holler at y'all. It's January the 7th or 8th, 2019.